There we go. Start recording. Minimize. Whisper. Guys, everybody whisper. Everybody's sleeping. What time is it? It's 4:57 a.m. Is this when you guys start tinkering? Come on now. We got some coffee. The only one that's awake is the cat. Oh, it left. I got up kind of early today. I've been up for a while. Anyway, guys, we are back. I'm going to kind of whisper and chill, not get too excited here, so I don't wake anybody up. But we are back. Guys, we are going to move on from our last theme. So we were doing like a space theme. So we did a few videos in a row with kind of a space theme going. And you know what? Now that is over, we can get back to super random stuff for a little bit because I need to make something for real life, for my real day-to-day life. So you guys saw the thumbnail. This might not be, I don't know if anybody will care about this one, but I have to make it, so I thought I would record it. Yeah, we're going to make a feeder and maybe water dish, like pet bird feeder. So like a chicken feeder, quail feeder. And in this case, I hatched button quails. So I have little baby button quails that I hatched out in my incubator. Ooh, could we build an incubator? Yeah, we could. Oh, I didn't think about that. I've built one a long time ago before I 3D printed. Oh, that's smart. I'm getting sidetracked here, but would the plastic be okay at 100 degrees? Yeah, it'd be okay. We'll have to think about it. Do you guys want to try to make our own incubator? Okay, we'll think about it. Just stay focused. So anyway, I hatched button quails for pets. I like pets. I like hatching eggs. It's so fun. If you've never hatched eggs before, yeah, go do that today. But anyway, they're very small, like really small. You know, their eggs are the size of a robin egg, the button quails. And I want to make a smaller feeder for them. I have a chicken feeder because I've hatched chickens before too. But the chicken feeder's like too big. They're going to like go inside of it and get trapped. So anyway, that's the story, guys. Am I recording? Yes. So let's maybe, and you know what? If you don't have quail, that's fine. You could just make this bigger and use it for a dispenser for, honestly, a pet food dispenser. That's what we'll call it. Yeah, not button quail dispenser. Because if you printed this bigger, you could put, cat food in it or whatever. So let's just get started. I have no idea what I'm going to do except kinda. I just pictured it in my head a little bit, but let's just go. So let's start with a cone. Oh, yeah. See, I'm going to cater mine to the quail's small stature. But you could just make yours. This is definitely a beginner project. So there we go. I'm thinking of the outer rim first. I want a slope on it. That's why I started with a cone. So picture this, the outer rim of like a dish. So let's just make a dish, but see how it's got a slant on the edge here? That's so the little birdies can climb up it. And see, we can make it even more rampy. Let's do this. Yeah, whisper. Nope. That's too low. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I miss Tinkercad so much. I didn't Tinkercad for like 4 days? 5 days? I don't know. Anyway, okay, we have to let's cut most of this out. Okay. Do we need a slope on the inside? They're not going to get trapped in there. I think we'll be okay. You know what we can do? Watch this. Let's grab the old cylinder here. Let's make it bigger while holding shift so it stays uniform. Otherwise, it could go like this, see? But if you're holding shift, here, back button, boop. If you're holding shift, then it'll stay uniform to scale. Proportion-wise. See, I'm a very good beginner teacher. So yeah, see, let's crank this sides bar up here to make it smoother, and let's try the bevel once. See, we can add a little slope on the inside. See how there it added this bevel at the top? And look, you can add segments to the bevel right here. See how we can make that smooth? For some reason, I'm kind of digging this one angle here. So let's just position this over here. Let's get it to the size it needs to be-ish. And right now it is sitting on the work plane. Like, see, it's flat down, right? If you ever wonder if something's actually sitting on the work plane, just hit D. There. So yeah, it's sitting on there. So we don't want it to cut all the way through because, see, we're going to use this as a cutout. See, we're going to cut a hole in here. All the advanced Tinkercad users are like, yeah, we get it. But watch this now. Let's hold control, and then we're going to up arrow. And every time we hit the up arrow, that will be 1 millimeter thickness of the bottom of our dish. Because, see, this is going to move up. So let's move it up. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. What? That's 3? Oh, I see. Maybe this does need to be a little taller. Well, let's just see what it looks like. Maybe my bevel's too cray-cray. I'm going to do that again. Here, let me hit D to drop it. And yeah, I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just try it. First, we should align it. So hit this, select both of the objects at the same time, and then hit align here. A bopage. Let's just group them together now and see what it looks like. So if we hit the union group right here, it will cut it out. So see, that's pretty sweet. That's actually pretty sweet for baby button quails. That's not thicker than it needs to be, is it? Let's hit T for transparent. That doesn't seem like it needs to be. That's only 3 millimeters? This is actually pretty small, though, so this feeder's pretty small. Should I make it a little bigger? So what we're going to do is, by the way, I hit T for transparent if you want to look inside something. Or you can just hit hole like this. I could be speed running this. I could do this in like 5 minutes probably. But we're just chilling. Come on, guys. We're explaining stuff to the new peoples. You know what? So let's hit. I'm going to actually go back to this part. Let's make this whole thing bigger. Because this is still pretty small. I'm only working with a small printers like the 220 millimeter beds. So look, this is about 7 inches wide. Yeah, that's pretty small still. So now I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to drop this middle part down by hitting D. And now I'm going to control up arrow 3 times. So there we go. Now we'll group it again. Now it won't seem like this bottom is so thick. See, that's better. Would 2 millimeters been okay? Well, this will be a lot sturdier. It's fine. Why are we using purple? Do quails have color preference? I could Google that. I don't want to make the food dish a scary color. Whatever. That's okay. But for the purpose of the video, I like using a soothing color like that. Okay. So far, so good. This would even be a fine for a bird, for a little bath. I'd have to use a sealant, probably, because water can permeate through 3D printed plastic. It's really weird. Even if you print this solid, water can find its way out pretty easily. But I could seal it if I wanted a little bird bath, like food grade silicone would be fine for animals. But this is the internet, so somebody's going to be like, actually, food grade silicone is an antioxidant. Now, whatever. I don't know what I just said. Okay, let's lock in, guys. Come on. So this is going to be, maybe if I do need a little tray for bird bath, we will put that over there. Okay, now we need a hopper for the food. Do we want a cone or a tube? This is such an easy project. Like I said, I could have speed ran this in like, oops. I could have speed ran this in just no time. Should we just do, we could just do a tube. That'll be easy. Yeah, let's do it. Should we do it like this or, I don't know. There's a few ways we could do it. Yeah, let's just make a tube hopper. See, that's only 6 inches tall. It looks tall, but it's not. So all we have to do to make a tube how we like it is, let's first make sure we like it. Do we want it a little taller? I think that's okay for the button quail don't eat much. Then the food will stay fresher. So all we have to do to hollow this out into a tube. See, we could have used something like this. The one that's called a tube. Here, as a science experiment, let's see which one would have been easier. Because see, in this one, using the tube shape here, you would just set your wall thickness and smoothness. But see, I don't want it this thick, so we'd have to go let's try 0.5. Oh yeah, that is pretty easy. That is pretty easy. Let's try 0.3. That's pretty easy. Okay, now let's try it the other way I was going to do it. I was just going to go like this. Duplicate. Stretch it up. Turn it to a hole. Hold. Shift and Alt. And then shrink it down a little. Boop. See? Same thing. And then select both and union group. See? There's 2 ways to tango. Is this one a little thinner? Am I overthinking it? I guess it doesn't matter. This one's a little thicker. I want it kind of beefy because I break stuff easily. Okay, let's align it. What's funny is like we're almost done. This is too easy. Can you please be blue? Thank you, please. Okay, now we just need some openings so the food can spill out. Oh, I just had an idea. I am smart. I just had an idea. Because look, a bunch of the food is not going to, we want the food to spill out some holes in the sides. But if we put a cone in the middle, it'll force it out the sides. Otherwise, a bunch will get stuck in there and their tiny little heads and beaks won't be able to get it out. Oh my gosh. We're going to start a business together called Quail. Quails are us. I don't know. You think of a name. Okay, let's align all this stuff. That is funny. We got a cone in there. Is that cone too? Well, we can still align it. I want to see in there. Let's just do this. Okay, that cone. What do you guys think? That's going to be a lot of wasted plastic. I know how to fix it though. Watch this. Ooh, we just got really, really smart. Okay, that cone could be chill out a little bit. So let's shrink it down. How about like that? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now, watch this. This is smart. Let's duplicate the cone. Right here, see? Turn that duplicate into a hole and drop it down a little bit. See? It's popping out the bottom. Because look, we're gonna fix the let's put that back solid. See, we can cut that out now. It'll be hollow. So we're not wasting all that plastic. Could we get really, I was gonna be like, could we make a hideout in there for them? Like a little hut? No. Let's group it together. You'll see what I mean. See? We just cut all that extra out. Let's hit T so we can see. Wow, we didn't even need it that thick. So ungroup. Let's raise this up. Let's raise this up a little bit. 1 millimeter. That made all the difference. Okay, now let's look at it. That's good. See it? Isn't that beautiful? Now we're not wasting plastic. Yeah. This is cool. Super easy. So now we just need to cut some holes in the sides here. We could do arches or triangles. Because we don't want to create overhangs. We could just do arches and even make them a little more archy. Like this. Let's see. Can I do something? What if I hit cruise and there? See, if you want, I'm using the cruise feature, which is the little magnet up here. See, you can hit it, and then you can drag your part onto the surface that you want it. So see, I want it flat on this bottom part. So that's why I used a cruise feature. So I'm going to set it down right here. And see, now it's perfectly flat with this bottom here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a hole. Let's pop it in like this. And let's align it. So align it both directions this way. Oops. So align it this way and this way. Okay. Oops. We don't want to cut through that. So here, we got to shrink it down. My bad. Let's shrink it. We don't want it to cut through that edge, since that's already grouped together. So let's do the align one more time. There we go. And we're almost done, guys. Unless we want to make a cap for it. Maybe we'll make a cap. Yeah, we can make a cap. Okay, watch this. Because we want more than 2 holes. We want a bunch of holes. Because it's, yeah. Okay, so duplicate. And all we have to do is spin it to a spot we like. I'm going to keep my mouse inside this blue circle because it will snap grid nicely like this. See, to angles, popular angles. So let's do 45 degrees. Okay, now if we keep hitting duplicate, it will repeat that action. And see, that got us all the way around to 360. See? How do you like them apples? Okay, let's group it together and see what it looks like. Pope. That was the stupidest thing I ever did. Dang it. Look, I cut right through our cone. Who saw that coming? Don't look at me. That's okay. Watch this. We can do, all we have to do is ungroup this whole project because we're just trying to cut through the tube, not, see, we cut through the cone and everything. That was silly. So let's just ungroup this structure here. See, now we can just cut we're going to just cut this tube. So let's select these. There we go. And group. There. Now we can group everything together. And go back to the color that we want. See, that's really nice. So the food will spill out. The cone will push the food out. So we don't end up with a pile in the middle that they can't even reach. There's no way it's gonna, it's definitely not gonna spill out and overflow. If anything, it'll come down, it'll spill out at an angle like this. And it'll be perfect. And what do we do? What do we want to do? A cap? If we want to do an easy cap, then we should ungroup this dang thing again. Okay, watch this. Let's duplicate. Let's get a duplicate of this out and put our keeper back to normal. So group it back together so we don't screw it up. Okay. So see, we have our finished product, but we want a lid. So let's just let's make a lid out of this. So let's ungroup it. Yes. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, ungroup this. This is what we want. So what are we gonna do? Let me think. Oh, yep. Okay. So delete that. No. Just delete the inside part. Okay. So we want 2 of these. One's going to be a hole. Okay, so this is the exact diameter of this. Like, this is the exact size of this, right? So all we'd have to do is make this ever so slightly bigger. Let's go, I don't care if it's a little, it doesn't have to be real tight. So let's go 91.2 usually would do it. Like a 0.2 bigger. But I wanted to make sure it fits. Let's do 91.4. It's less than a half a millimeter. Um, 91.4. Okay, I like it. Okay, so now we just have to decide what we want our lid to be here, like how big and stuff. So yeah, let's just get it ready. So see, we're just gonna cut into this. I'll raise this cutout up a little bit. 1, 2. Okay, 2 millimeters. Okay, let's align these. And you get what I mean? See, we could have it kind of deep or shallow. I'd say just a little cap so the bird doesn't flutter up in there and fall in, maybe. Ooh, I had another idea. Do we want to be able to see in there to see how much is left? I don't know. Let's think about it. Okay, this is fine. So, see, now we just group it together. There, we got a lid that'll fit. It'll probably fit a little loose, but that's okay. 0.2 is usually pretty good if you want it to fit kind of tight, but 0.4 should give you, the lid is 0.4 bigger, so that should be pretty easy to slap on there. Okay, so let's just kind of see what it'll look like here. See, it's going to be awesome. We don't need a handle because it's small. You would just grab it. We could have made this whole thing taller if we wanted. It's funny, we still could. Oh, we'd have to ungroup it. I think for the quails, I think this is plenty big. Okay, yeah, that's good. That is a beefy lid. Now, I was wondering if I want to be able to see in there. I could cut little slits so I could see how much food is left. Let's do that as an option, and then we'll be done. Let's have a solid lid. Boop. But we'll show how we could cut one with, because we just don't want birds getting in there. But we could have little peek holes, like cut little slots or something. So as an option, let's do that. How should we do it? All kinds of ideas are coming to my head. Well, we'll just do stuff here. Let's try this. A boop. Boop. A boop. Boop. Is this gonna work? Okay. Okay, I just got a triangle thing. Turn it to a hole. Like that. Okay, duplicate it. Slide it over. We can mirror it. Right here's the mirror tool. See, then you can flip it really fast like this. Boop. Okay, let's kind of stretch it to fit this. Ooh, I like it. Okay, we're going to group them together. So these are now one object, see? Now we can align them. Perfect. Now we can duplicate them and spin them. Look at that. Let's keep hitting duplicate. Look at that. Oops. The center. Well, here, let's just do it. Let's just see what it looks like. Let's union group everything. See? Look at how cool that is. Oh, it's perfect. And if we wanted to, we could, just so it's not having to print such weird little things in the middle there. You get what I mean? I'm just adding a little disc in there in the middle. Okay, group it together. Boyum. Ooh hoo hoo. Which one do you guys like better? Just so it looks more fancy. Let's pop this bad boy on. See, now I can peek in there, and a bird won't fall in there. I could peek in there and I'll be able to see if there's food. Or I could take the lid off, but don't. That's too easy. Yeah, I'll be able to tell how much is in there. I like that. Okay, let's center that. And there we go. Yeah, this was just a real life thing I wanted to make. I actually make a pretty lot of stuff that I don't film because some of it's really obscure and weird. Sometime we should go through my list, like go through some of my projects that you guys haven't seen. I swear to God, there's like 400 designs on my Tinkercad, like maybe more actually, because I have 2 different accounts by accident. There we go. I think it's a great design. It's very simple. There's nothing flashy about it. It's going to work. I can already tell. It's too easy. And I'm going to go with I like the lid that I can see through. So I'm going to go with that lid. We could add this into, should this be the deep end of the water dish? We could have a deep end of the pool here. Ooh, what if we did this? Let's pretend this is the bird bath. What if we duplicated it? And I'm going to hold Shift and Alt so it stays centered. If you hold Shift and Alt, it'll stay uniform and it'll stay centered. See how it's staying perfectly centered? Okay, let's put it right here and pull it up. That is stupid. And I got to sneeze. What if we smush this down now? I was thinking like a 2-layer bird bath. Oh, I'm having all kinds of stupid ideas. Yeah, don't even get me started. I'm having ideas. What if I had made a thing up here that holds water and it drips down and it's a shower? A quail shower. Oh my gosh, they probably love it. This is cool. Here, let's make sure it's centered. Yep, it is. And sometimes these top little sharp edges don't print very well, and the birds might not be able to go over that very well. So watch this. We'll just cut it off, and then we'll be done. So here, let's just grab something here, raise it up. See what I mean? Let's cut this sharp part off. There we go. I don't even know if I'm going to use this bird bath, but see? We made a little quail bath. If it's too thick, I can smush it down. See? I don't want to drown them. There we go. Oh, all right, guys. There we go. I'm gonna print this. I'm gonna just get this edited and out for you guys right away. This one's gonna take a while to print. I can already tell this is gonna work. It's fine. I'm gonna add it to the list for the channel members. If anybody has birds that they want to use a feeder like this for, and we'll see you guys on the next one. We're gonna do a few super random ones, just because I like random stuff too. Then maybe we'll kick into another theme or something. But all right, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one. Would you like some bird food?